Hello, thank you for joining me. Today we're in Go Outdoors in Stoke-on-Trent and we're going to take a look round the Berghaus Air 600 Nightfall tent. The Berghaus Air 600 tent is currently available in Go Outdoors for £599. With other deals available if you buy the extras such as the carpet, the footprint and the porch. You'll only find these tents available at the Go Outdoors family of stores. That's Millets, Blacks, Go Outdoors and Ultimate Outdoors. And the prices do change quite regularly, so it's always worth keeping an eye on them and looking for a deal. This is a 6-man air tent. It comes with a sewn-in ground sheet, a bedroom at either end of the tent, a 6,000mm hydrostatic head, and the pump needed included to be able to inflate the tent. The convenience of having an air tent is that you peg the tent out and then you simply inflate the air beams to erect the tent. There's no need to mess about with poles, putting them together and putting them through the tent. You just simply inflate the beams to put it up, which can save time as well as marriages. The valves on this tent are very high quality. To be a bit nerdy, they're Hawkley-Roberts valves and they're used on a lot of marine boats and paddle boards that use a high pressure. While we're down here, I can show you where you'd put your electric hookup into the tent. It simply zips open, you'd put your cable through and then you can zip it closed right up to the cable. The main door in this tent has a small porch to give you some protection from the weather. It has a fly sheet so you can shut the door and keep the bugs out but still have some airflow. And it also has the main sort of waterproof door part as well, which closes completely. And these both zip up and come out the way. There is a door on the other side of the tent, but it doesn't have the porch, so you're probably not going to be using that as much. Here you can see how the fly sheet and the waterproof part of the door both zip up nicely and have little ties to hold them out the way when they're open. So this is the main living room of the tent. As you can see, it's got nice big windows all around, and both doors actually have windows as well. This is the opposite door with a fly sheet. These fly sheets are really good, especially when you've got doors on the opposite side of the tent like this one. You can have the fly sheets closed, keep the bugs out, but yet let some airflow through the middle of the tent. Having had a tent with this layout before, where you've got a door either side, I can tell you it's really handy to be able to open both and let some air through the middle on a hot day. All the windows, including the ones on the doors, have these curtains that roll up down to the bottom and have little hooks to keep them out of the way. I quite like this little storage area as well that you've got under the window here. I find these storage areas come in really handy when you're camping, especially with kids, just to keep all your little bits in and up and out the way so they're not spread around the tent floor. Each of the large windows also has a vent above it. These vents are really important for airflow, just to let that airflow through the tent so you don't get too much condensation in the mornings. You can see these windows bring in quite a bit of light. Although I must say that this style tent definitely is a little bit darker than one where you'd have sort of windows at the front and the sides. The air beams in this tent are angled into more of a U shape than sort of a semicircle, which is nice because it gives you more headroom across most of the tent. You can see in the edges of the tent you're not losing much headroom with the shape of these air beams. A really good design. I like how each of the bedroom pods has one of these storage areas to the side of the door. I'll try and get a look around these bedroom pods, but as you can see they are stuffed with tent bags at the moment, but we'll try and have a look in there, see what we can see. Unfortunately it was quite dark in the bedrooms, and with these tent bags in there you can't really see much on film. But the reason it's so dark in there is because these bedrooms are this Nightfall material. I've had this in a couple of high gear tents and it really is brilliant stuff. It means that in the mornings you aren't blasted with sunlight as soon as the sun comes up. It keeps a good proportion of the light in the mornings out of the bedrooms, so you're able to sleep in a little bit longer on those early summer mornings. The bedrooms also have a storage pod at the side, which is really handy for putting things in like your keys and your phone when you're sleeping. And you'll find a vent at the back of the bedroom and also a vent on the front that you can open should you wish, although this will let some light in. As this is a 6-man tent, the bedrooms either end both sleep 3 people. And the bedrooms are a good size actually. You could quite comfortably get 3 people sleeping in each side. By my calculations, with the sizing that they give on the website, you could get a double and a single airbed in each of the bedrooms. Although you physically can fit 6 people in the bedrooms, I would only advise that really for maybe 1 or 2 nights. If you're going away for a week, I think this tent is more suitable for sort of 4 people, just so you've got some extra space in the bedrooms to store things, so it doesn't clog up your living space. This isn't something particularly to this tent. You'll find all tents will be rated with sort of the maximum you could fit in there, but I'd always advise having a bit extra space if you're going to go for a long time, because you don't want to feel cramped if you're going away for a week or so. A handy feature in the living space of this tent is the little hook they have in the middle on the roof for hanging a light up from. So you could either hang a battery operated light up, or you could hang one with the power cable, which you could run down the beam. The bedroom pods go in with these little clips, and there are coloured ones, as you can see, so you can't put them in the wrong place. A really handy feature to make setting up a little bit easier. Taking a look at the tent from the outside, you can see the really handy porch that sticks out from the main door here. That does come out quite a way to give you a bit of protection if it was raining and you were trying to get in the tent. On each end of the tent you can see there is an air vent, and these vent into the bedrooms, which is nice. Absolutely helps keep condensation down. Being an air tent, the pack size of this in the bag is probably almost about double that of the equivalent 6-man pole tent of a similar design. It's also much heavier as well, with a 6-man pole tent coming in around 18 kilos and this tent coming in weighing around 26 kilos, so a good difference there. So do bear that in mind. This will take a significant amount of space up in your boot or in your trailer, however you're transporting it. And that's about it. Not much more to say about this tent. If you do have any questions, please do let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to the channel, give it a like, leave me a comment, it all helps. Thank you very much and happy camping.